Hello lovely viewers, you are welcome to Richland TV. Here on this channel, we compare and contrast some of the trending social media content in order to use the case studies to educate ourselves and to enrich our brains. My name is Sir Richard, also known as Ambassador. Please stay with us, we'll be right back after this short break.
Richland TV, enriching brains.
I believe you might have heard or seen about the three-story building razed down by fire at Makola in Accra on the Monday the 5th of July this year at around 9 a.m. And I also do believe you might have heard that the Parliament has approved for the payment of salaries and allowances for the first and the second ladies of the Republic. Now, what does these two stories have in common? Let us digest a little bit of it. Now, starting with the Makola fire, sources has it that it started just as a little flame near a billboard when two electrical wires got touched, and then people quickly rushed to a nearby fire service department to report the incidents, and an officer walked on foot to come and testify with his eyes as whether that is true, because over the time they used to have information about fire of which are of little importance. So he came to testify and then went back to call the team. When they came, they kept standing. And when people asked why they are there watching the fire raising down the building, they said it is Class E fire. It involves live electrical equipment. For that matter, they are waiting on the ECG. So what happened? Officers of the firefighting department, who knows that fire is composed of 5 classes, of which Class A fire involves common materials like paper, wood, and textiles. Class B fires have inflammable liquids like diesel, petrol, gasoline, and etc. Class C fires are gases. Class D fires are metals. And then Class E fires are the live electrical equipment. You know all this. So was there not any kind of education as how to put out fire involving electricity whenever you are far away from the electricity company of Ghana? They stood there until finally the high tension was switched off, and then they came with another excuse that the water tender in their department to use is out of service, which means they have no access to water. Finally, the water tender that came to put out the fire drove all the way from Tema to Makola to put out the fire. By then, the fire had raised down over 500 stores, of which parts of them were warehouses. Okay, warehouses which had a stock of products and access, resources, valuables, and monies for the traders and the other investors around the Makola. All this were raised down and destroyed into ashes. Not too long ago, the Parliament has approved a car loan of 28 million for the members of the Parliament. They have cars already, but what we heard was those cars are old. They needed new ones. And so these loans have been approved for them to use in purchase of new cars. And then to drop the bombshell, we rose up a couple of days just to hear that the Parliament has approved for the payment of salaries and allowances for the first and the second ladies of the Republic, being Rebecca Akufo-Addo and Samira Bayomia. The first lady is to be paid 21,000 Ghana cedis per month, and this will not just commence henceforth, but it will be backdated ever since the president came into power to 2017, and this will give a total of 1.134 million as back pay. This is just salary. The worst of it all is the allowances. The allowance is 87,000 per month, and as well this will be backdated into 2017, and the total is going to give 6.345 million. So put these together and you have 7.479 million, and the same size of amount is going to the second lady. The question is, for what? What services have they rendered for the nation? I don't know. And to those of you out there who get pissed off by analysis like this, by saying he's on the nerves of the president, no, it's not about the president's personality. This is about the nation, because this was approved in the parliament, which involves both NDC and NPP. So it's about Mother Ghana. It's not about whoever party is in power and whichever that is yet to come. Let us be rational here. Over 500 store spaces has been burnt on a 3-story buildings in the Makola market, simply because the fire department close by had no water tender to put out the fire. And all these monies are going down the drain to women of whom no national duties have been assigned to. Why don't we use these monies to compensate for the poor people who have lost such great resources? Better still, they could be used to repair all the fire hydrants and the water tenders of the fire service department, so as to prevent such unforeseen occurrences in the future, instead of using it to pay as a salary to a work they have not done, just like that. And rather unfortunately, our system has been designed in such a way that if you are bold enough to tell them the truth in the face, they wouldn't think of sitting back, ponder and reflect to do corrections, but they think of coming after your head. So in wrapping up the program, I'm leaving you with words of inspiration by Ellen G. White. She said, "The greatest want of the world is the want of men, men who would not be bought or sold, men who in their inmost souls are true and honest, men who do not fear to call sin by its right name, men whose conscience is as true to duty as the needle to the pole, men who stand for the right, though the heavens fall." Let us rise together, because this is our motherland. We have nowhere to run to. We wouldn't watch for these leaders to squander all the resources and die, leaving us and our generations in poor. Let us use our voices in all manner of respect to point out to them that they have lost their ways. Thanks so much for your time and the listenership. Once again, my name is Sir Richard, also called the Ambassador. Till I come your way again, arise and shine and brighten the little corner where you are. See you around.